Hello, my name is Kunle Olukotum, and I'm the Chief Technologist of Samba Nova Systems and also a professor at Stanford. And today I'm here for a fireside chat with Mazen Roaster, who is CEO of eBay. And he's going to be talking about how eBay leverages computer vision and similarity search to provide the user a more personalized and better shopping experience. So to begin, Mazen, please give us a sense for the development environment at eBay and what is the scale of the use of AI and how is it used, and how critical is it to your business?
Great. Thanks, Kunle, for the introduction. This is a rich subject, and it's an exciting subject to talk about. If you think of eBay, the scale of eBay and why AI came to be a critical product for us and why we needed to build it. Think of eBay has massive volume of data, almost accumulated over 2 decades of user activities. We have over 174 million active buyers transact on the site. And we always start to figure out a way to create magical experiences for our customers. And one of the things 3 or 4 years ago, when we started going through our tech transformation for eBay, we immediately thought about building a platform, an end-to-end platform that allow us to mine the data we have and being able to unlock a lot of insight for our buyers and sellers and create these magical experiences. And AI, we decided we need to go and build an end-to-end AI platform. We think an eBay AI platform is a large-scale, multi-tenant, cloud-native platform that enabled our hundreds of developers and researchers, applied researchers, and data scientists to be able to mine the data, train model, inferencing real time at a scale and share those models. So if you think that's kind of a high level, how AI came to become part of our really core pillars for our tech transformation at eBay. And it really moved into many things we do at eBay. I always call AI at eBay, I don't call it a product, I call it an ecosystem because it's moved in almost everything we serve for our customer, but everything we do internally and manage our large scale platform. Examples, we use it in many areas from image search to personalization, recommendation, price guidance, fraud detection, and shipping estimate. Also, as you transact on eBay, we leverage AI to look at carrier performance and recommend different things for our customers. So it's absolutely an ecosystem for us.
And when you think about this ecosystem and you kind of go back to before you had this new capability that you developed to make it easier to use and develop AI applications at eBay, what was the critical set of things that kind of could do that in order to make the applicability of AI and the sorts of apps, especially those that are driven by IoT applications and image recognition. What was it that sort of led you to believe the needed a new system in order to make this capability more accessible and more available to people within eBay and to your customers outside of eBay?
So I think you were breaking up a little bit. Let me just make sure I understand. The question is, as we build this ecosystem, what was kind of the drivers and why we decided to go and build it and how that enabled our internal product and engineering team to that's kind of the summary of the questions,
right?
Because you were breaking up a little bit. Yeah. So
sorry about that.
No worries. So as I mentioned, so eBay had some form of AI capabilities 3-4 years ago, but it was disjointed and it was done uh, at a siloed model. It was not done at a scale, at a shared model, and uh, it was not a capability that takes end to end the process of data, of compute, and shared model, and allow our researchers and applied researchers and data scientists to be able to go to one place and run their model at a scale. So that's why we felt there's the value to be able to bring all that power into one centralized place, where the aha moment was for us was, our internal users realize they can share model, and when you have large volume of data like eBay, almost over 5 petabyte of data, and keep growing, individually you could not operate at a scale. It's cost prohibitive to have 500 or 600 researchers run these expensive models and not sharing. And all of a sudden we were able to bring that into an end-to-end platform that allowed that sharing at a scale, but also allow us to go after this large volume of data. For example, when we look at our images, there's millions, tens of hundreds of millions of images at eBay. We actually run models at a 100 million images at a time, and create a lot of intelligence and understanding of those images, and then have the rest of the researchers and developers leverage that instead of running these individually. So that centralization enable us to operate at a scale and allow that sharing that it was not available before.
And so the result of that is that the users of these models get much more sophisticated, more accurate models, and they can build more interesting applications on top of that. So when you think about the capabilities that you provided with this new centralized AI system, and your developers to build on these complex models, what concrete benefits does this provide to your end users, to the sellers and the buyers on eBay? What point to that says, hey, with this capability, this is what we were able to do?
Awesome. That's a great question. As I mentioned earlier, everything we do at eBay, every product we build it with our customers in mind, and we build it to create magical experiences for our customers. And one of a good example I can share is specific to the capability we build with this centralized end-to-end AI platform, what we've done during COVID-19. As we've seen influx of increase in activity on online and e-commerce transaction, that's also happened at eBay, where we had influx of buyers and sellers who flocked to our platform to take advantage of what they can do in a global platform like eBay. And one of the things we dealt with is price gouging, especially around masks and hand sanitizers, and also prohibited items. And we were able to deliver amazing value for our buyers and sellers and for our customers through computer vision, because that centralized system, we already ran models at 100 million images at a time, and we created really deep understanding of those images, where object detection, image classification, and textual recognition is available for the rest of the different business unit. They didn't need to worry about running those expensive models. These models were already ran and available, and we leveraged them. And as a result, we were able to take down over 15 million items on eBay that either were fit in the category that violated our policy around price gouging or prohibited item. So that if you think of it, without this centralized AI system that ran at a scale and provided this capability to the different business units to leverage, it will be very difficult to each unit try to run in a disjointed model and being able to create that deep understanding of those images at eBay.
So when you think about the similarity search capability that you provided, that are conventional models that have been developed in the image recognition community like ResNet, and how much of it is sort of custom models that you've developed at eBay specifically for your own purposes. Going further, you think about the architecture of Krylov, which is the name that you're given to the system that you've built. How would you say it different? How is it unique to eBay and focused on eBay's problems? And how is it more general, be applicable to other environments that might want to set up a system like this? So what sort of components does it have, in terms of the system organization and also the specific models that you're building, and how does that all feed into the capability that you've developed?
Yeah, Krylov is the name of our end-to-end AI platform we have, and what makes this platform different than many other solutions out in the market. What are you seeing? There's different solutions being built, but you have to stitch different pieces to make it work. What we build, this end-to-end unified AI platform, has all the components stitched all together for our internal customers to come to only one place, meaning all the compute and the GPU and memory and that design, including storage, including data, and then we'll call it the AI engine, which is a Krylov. It's homegrown product we built. It's mainly written in Java and Scala and some in Node.js. And then you have in the top of it the different capability like natural language processing, ML, and computer vision. So all these are stitched together as one system where our customers, internal customers and users come to it, and they don't worry about stitching these pieces together. And it's compatible with all the known public AI framework like TensorFlow or PyTorch. So you can take those product and AI framework and run them on a Krylov. So that's, I think, the biggest difference, where it's truly a unified end-to-end platform that enabled our researchers, developers, and data scientists to use. Can this be lift and shifted and be used in elsewhere? Of course. I mean, there's certain proprietary specific to our workload and the design, how we build it, but there's not a lot of customization that only makes it work for eBay. And if you talk about the different capability you put about image search, image similarity, personalization, buyer recommendation, it's all models our data scientists and researchers run in the back end, and being able to very quickly do the inferencing and promote that into production and allow our customers to have this magical experiences. The other piece of, we also do inferencing on the edge, allow things like if we put a feature around image cleanup for our sellers, and that completely happen on the edge. It does not happen in the backend data center, but then we have it get propagated back to the edge, from the edge to the center within a short period of time. But we wanted to do it on the edge so it allow the latency, lower latency, but the speed of that transaction. So it is highly sophisticated, and we constantly understand feedback from our customer and figure out what can we do to make their life easy, leveraging those capabilities.
So Krylov, then, it's complete system to handle the full lifetime of building these AI models, from ingesting the data, 500 petabytes, to massaging the data to build the labeled data sets, to training the models based on those data, and then deploying these trained models for inference for actual use in production. This Krylov system handles everything from the data to the deployed models. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. That's why we call it unified end-to-end AI platform. And some of these capability are self-service, and some it's in way to be completely 100% self-service. So it takes it from complete data. It's a complete data lifecycle management for AI, from ingestion, train, deployment, and then get feedback, retrain, and it's an end-to-end platform. And another aha moment was for us, what we noticed in the previous system, our researchers and developers were spending quite a bit of their time in dealing with these pieces and less time on a training model and inferencing. And as we build this platform for them, they're completely, most of the time is spent on training and inferencing, and they don't worry about creating a workspace or how am I going to move the data, or can I move this volume of data? And so that completely is being taken away from their plate and increase their productivity on the things that they really want to focus on. But also the sharing model. All of a sudden now we have these expensive models, but now they are shareable. Therefore, the ROI on that investment is just amazing.
And you think about sort of what it took to develop this Krylov system, sort of what sorts of engineering talent and how many people were involved in the development of this whole system.
Yeah, it's a fairly lean team, which is part of our philosophy. Our entire AI engineering team, including the researchers and developers and product managers, it's under 55 people, and they are taking care of everything from technologies and product, from the ingestions all the way to the training and inferencing. And so it's a fairly small team, and we believe it's important to keep it within that range. Then you'll be able to attract the 10x engineers, and you'll be able to always deal with customer issues with high sense of urgency. So this is, a lot of people think you need 200 or 300 engineers to do that. I think we were able to do it in the last 3 years with that small lean team, and I think we've been successful in doing it that way.
And what do you think the key to being able to do it with a lean team? Are you leveraging a lot of open source, or it's a matter of sort of the right kind of overall structure that's required in order to get away with a few number of people?
Yeah, I think the way it's the right culture, and it's important for us at eBay to create what I call it a culture of innovation and learning, and create a safe environment for our team to innovate and feel comfortable to make mistakes and fail. To me, it's only a mistake if you are not learning out of it. The moment you learn from it, it's a learning experience. And we really promote that culture. And that has paid a lot of dividend for us, not just in getting the product out, but attracting what I call them 10x engineers to the team.
Well, thank you very much for informative discussion about AI systems at eBay.
Thank you. Really appreciate the time, and enjoy the conversation as well. Thank you so much.